Yeah.
And those weeks 2, 3, 4, all games that they're looking at to revenge some losses from the last couple of years. Marion and Mount Vernon from last year. Xavier, was it from a couple years ago, I believe, in the playoffs? So those three, talking to Coach Coates about that the other night, those definitely stick out on the schedule to them. They're non-district games, but those are big games. And we talk about big opponents. Xavier ranked number 1 in Class 3A, Mount Vernon, Marion, always respectable, good programs.
Yeah, absolutely. And, Mount Vernon, that game on the road, we went there last year and lost. And then Marion, same way. We went there last year and lost a close ball game there too. So I like that mindset of going back, kind of a revenge factor, have a chip on your shoulder to really come back this year and put it to them.
Yes, indeed. As the West Delaware Fall Sports Preview show here, the fresh off our scrimmaging. They've been underway for a little over 20 minutes now. The varsity will get underway at about 7:30 after introductions of the football teams, volleyball, and cross-country teams as well. We'll have the coaches on here. We'll maybe try to get a few players on as well. We'll see how the timing works out tonight, as they'll be introduced in front of the fans. A good smattering of orange and black in the stand so far right now. And folks coming out and getting their memberships. And with that, they are getting that ticket for the free chips and water and brats and all the good stuff from the concession stand open here on the far side. As always, a good event to get out here, get your membership taken care of as the West Delaware Athletic Booster Club membership kickoff drive. We'll talk to Bill about that more in depth. But one of the best supported booster clubs around, always great support. They have several clubs for you to pick from of where you want to donate money-wise, and they'll take care of you at the main table. We'll take our first time out. We'll come back and we'll talk more about West Delaware football as we get prepared for the 2018 campaign. This is the West Delaware Fall Sports Preview Show. You're listening to it from KMCH Sports.
Contact me, Chad Frazier, at BC Land Services in Earlville for all your maintenance projects such as tree removal and trimming, small dirt work projects, lawn seeding, and more. BC Land Services is fully insured and licensed. Contact me at 563-590-8074 or on Facebook. And best of luck to all area athletes and coaches.
Edgewood Feed Mill Construction has provided customers with a quality pre-engineered building package for their swine facility need. Mill Construction is a general contractor and will assist you with the construction of your livestock facility start to finish. And on Edgewood Feed Mill Construction.
This is Fred Smock from Dunlap Motors and Independence with Chevy, Buick, and certified pre-owned Chevy, Buick, and GMC, and nearly 300 new and used cars and trucks in stock. We have big town inventory with small town service. Go to DunlapMotorsIndy.com.
At Precision Collision, we are committed to providing you with high-quality auto body repair and paint refinishing. Our expertly trained technicians can repair all accidental damage and get you back on the road in no time. Come visit me, Jeff, for a free estimate. We are located along Highway 20 at the Delaware turnoff. Precision Collision, one call does it all, quality guaranteed.
For the best selection of Chevy, Buick, and GMCs in the area, see Bob Stephen Motors in Manchester. We offer straightforward pricing and carry a low overhead, so we can pass those savings on to you. We also take care of you after the sale and offer a state-of-the-art service department with ASE trained technicians. For a full list of our inventory, visit us on the web at bobstephenmotors.com.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. It takes the right financial partner who cares as much about your future as you do, building a financial plan to meet your life's priorities and helping you achieve the financial security you're after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact me, Mitch Payton, or Matt Schulte today. You and Northwestern Mutual, stronger together.
American Trust and Savings Bank wishes all area athletes and coaching staff continued success. American Trust and Savings Bank with locations in Dyersville, Farley, Dubuque, and Des Moines. Simply better banking. Check them out at americantrust.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Sight and good vision is very easy to take for granted until it is taken away. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is here to help you.
Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa, located at 225 West Main Street in Manchester and 1113 West 3rd Street in Vinton.
This is Phil from Gateway Appliance in Manchester. When you need service, call us. If it's time for a new appliance, we have the selection you're looking for. Gateway Appliance Sales and Service, 111 West Main Street in Manchester. Or find us online at gateway.biz. That's G, the number 8, WAY.biz, and on Facebook.
Delhi Lumber has products for every home and every budget. Delhi Lumber carries Midland doors, which are one of the best values around. You can see Midland doors today or call Delhi Lumber at 563-922-2404 for more information. Your Midland overhead door dealer, Delhi Lumber. Big town quality with small town service.
Welcome back into Brown Field. The Silver Bowl 2018 is underway. First off, teams are scrimmaging. John Swisher, Jamie Vansky, Aaron Pling, glad to have you along here on this Friday night as the 2018 fall sports season getting kicked off here at Brown Field. As we'll have all the coaches on to talk to us here of the football, volleyball, and cross-country programs. We'll wait for Coach Wink here. He'll be coming up momentarily, I would believe, as we dissect this West Delaware football schedule a little more here. Aaron, you talked about Dubuque Waller right off the bat next to Friday night, and it's no gimme. It's definitely a game that you should win on paper, but we know we've been around long enough. You got to come out and take care of the little things. And that adjustment period of week one, you're still getting the kinks out, you're still getting everything done, and the roles are being defined, and you got to come out and ready to play. And Waller at home again this year. They were at home again last year, 18-0 win. That was a carryover in a matter of 2 days because of the weather. Mother Nature played a part in that one. You guys had to come back on Saturday night and finish that one in the win over Dubuque Waller. So they'll be in the same boat, so to speak, for Waller come next Friday night.
Yeah, and Waller, always has some good athletes that they bring over, and I'm assuming next week will be no different as well. But I think the Hawks have the talent we talked about offensively, and Coach does a great job defensively. So, and I'm sure the crowd's going to be pretty excited next week, getting week one going, and the weather looks good. I caught the 7-day or 8 and 10-day forecast, and the weather looks good. So, but yeah, well, Hawks are going to have to get focused for that right away because it all starts next week.
If we can just get rid of the humidity, that'd be all right. Just play a little high school football in the humidity. Be much better off. So I tell you what, it's going. Brownfield looks great. I mean, I hear enough this summer just to watch them keeping it up and mowing it. And I tell you what, right now it looks in just pristine condition. And they added the fence over there on the east side of the field. I think at some point they're going to add some concrete here on the south side of the facility here, and so it's already a beautiful facility, but they just keep adding a little bit more every year, and really makes it one of the best places to play. And you talk to people outside of the West Delaware community, and I think everybody likes the atmosphere that it provides because it's one of the few places you don't have the track around the football field, and the fans are right on top of you. If you're when you're on the sidelines, if you're the players, and a lot of people just love it.
Well, we went to Independence last year, Solon, all those places that have the natural turf or whatever, the natural turf or whatever you call that. And I don't know, I just like football on natural grass. I think it's authentic. It's the way we've always seen it played. So gotta love it, and hopefully the Hawks come out next week and get the win in week one.
You love football? I've never been able to.
I can ask my wife. I think I've been counting down football for about the last 2 months.
You got a countdown clock in your house?
I almost can't tell that you get excited for football season.
You should sit next to him at an Iowa game.
No, that's all you need to see. I've seen pictures and Snapchats. I don't need to.
I like to refer to it as passionate.
You were in the box one year with us at Minnesota, and you were well behaved. When you have to, I think you can behave.
Yes,
it's easier when you're winning.
Yeah, that helps. Winning cures a lot of issues.
Yes, it does. As next on the schedule, we talked about week 2 at Marion. One of those games last year. There was a controversial call in that game last year, late in that ball game. I had the night off. I was able to be with you guys there on October 13th, I believe, of last fall. And the Hawks, that's one of those games that they'll remember, especially the coaching staff. As players, I think a lot of them remember them. Coaches definitely remember those kind of games.
Well, they do, and you know, you hate to say it, but the coaches remember the officials of those games too. They don't. These football coaches are kind of weird like that. They don't forget anything. I mean, they're just they're students of the game, and they remember every little detail. You know, which hash mark a penalty was called on, or what quarter everything was, and you know, that's just the way these guys are. So, you know, I think it's a thing they're going to have to. You got to keep the team level-headed, and because there's a lot of players on that last year's team that'll be playing here or in that game in week 2. So you just kind of gotta keep them even-keeled and let them know that it's a new season. We're here to win a football game.
And Marion returned, I think I saw 16 starters. They returned their quarterback, who you know, is one of the better quarterbacks in Class 3A as well. So that's going to be a really good test for the Hawks in week 2, and especially going to Marion. I mean, it's you know, it's a challenge playing there. They always bring a lot of fans to their games as well. So that'll be a fun one. The Hawks are going to get tested, like I said, and should be a good one.
And a home game for you.
Oh, I know, right? 5-10-minute drive.
You want to come to Manchester and ride down with us?
I might, just for the entertainment.
Make a lot of sense. That was at Mount Vernon in week number 3. That'll be a 9.2 televised game, and that'll be an interesting contest. The Mount Vernon Mustangs, we've talked about the success they've had the last several years, and they're always a very good team.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're one of those 2A schools that have a lot of tradition. They're consistently playoff bound every year, and they're gonna put some athletes on the field. Last year they had or 2 years ago, I guess, they had the starting right tackle now for the Hawkeyes, Tristan Wirfs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they put a lot of good athletes, and that's why they're always playing deep into October and early into November.
Coach Lance Peterson and Mount Vernon, week number 3 down at Mount Vernon. Unless they change the press box setup, I hate to tell you, boys, you're going to be outside that night and out on a platform kind of area. There's no room, not much room at all in that press box.
They're not. I take it they're not playing at Cornell.
Unless they do play at Cornell.
That's where we were at the last time we went down there.
Yep, that is true. They have started playing a lot more games at Cornell. That's a good point. And so then you have a better situation to get in the booth. TV will be there that night, so you'll have to wait and see how that one goes in week number 3. Week 4,
we'll have to try to pull some strings with Dave Ryan down there.
That's right.
See what he can do.
He is the PA guy, and Sean Moore, we know him too. He's the music guy for Mount Vernon Mustang Athletics. Also does some of their webcasts. But week number 4, Cedar Rapids Xavier comes here to Brown Field, the number 1 team in Class 3A, the defending state champions. We talked about the kind of test that's going to be in week number 4, and the good thing, going to be able to do it in front of your home crowd and bring them into your atmosphere.
Well, depending on, you know, those first 3 games, Hawks could potentially come in 3-0 and you know, ranked in the top 5, and then you got Xavier, who potentially, you know, undefeated as well and be ranked number 1. That could be one of the best games, at least on paper, that we've seen at Brown Field in a long time. And you know what you're going to get with Xavier. You're going to get physical. You're going to get athletes. You're going to get probably well coached. They're a well coached squad, and it's just going to be a matter of maybe a break here and there, and who can make a big play. So that's one that I think will be a fun one to watch.
Coach Wink has talked to the players, especially the underclassmen that haven't played varsity football yet, not getting overwhelmed with the situation. Always in week number 1, when you come out here for the first time experience, especially at Brown Field, but other games like that through the year when it's a huge crowd and everybody's here and the limelight's on you and you've got a lot of media here and the light bulbs are flashing all over, to stay composed and stay grounded on those nights.
Well, you do, and it's don't let the moment get to you as you come out here, and especially when you come out this south end as we're at sitting right now. You know, there'll be a fire extinguisher sitting over here next Friday night, and they'll be blasting that, and the players will come running through it, and that's tough to come down from to get ready to play a football game. But I think it's a matter of transferring that energy into playing football and doing what you know how to do.
Yes, indeed. The next up on the docket is Independence, Aaron's alma mater. The Mustangs in week number 5 have travel over to Independence and take on the Mustangs. And, of course, a few West Delaware natives have transferred over. As we got one of their natives over here, a few West Delaware boys have gone over there. Brian Lochran on that coaching staff again. Justin Putz, the Edco graduate of 05, is the head coach of the Mustangs again.
Absolutely, and that's a great facility over there, and it's one of those artificial turfs that they'll get to play on over there. And I tell you what, they've really got a beautiful facility over there in Independence. And you know, I've been over there a couple times. You know, I was there this spring for track, and it's a great place to play football. And that's a community too that does a great job of supporting their athletics. And you know, just Friday nights means a lot over there as well. So it'll be fun to see the two communities coming together, and kind of you know, that's always been that rivalry, that Highway 20 rivalry, and it'll be good to see those two teams come together.
Well, I think you hit the nail on the head. The rivalry, you talk about it, Jamie, all the time when the Hawks go and play Independence, or they go play Western Dubuque or anything like that. You know, they talk about rivalry and the fact that it kind of levels the playing field a little bit, you know, when it comes to the outcome of the game, and it definitely, you know, it ain't going to be any different this year.
Stop the presses.
Yes.
Stop the presses. The membership, Booster Club membership coordinator is here. He's not working, shocking. He has made it here from his booth. I said you were over there practicing writing down your ABCs as when we looked over. Yeah, we're on.
Yes, we're on the air.
Careful. Yeah, careful. That was my first question.
Check the license. Thank you for asking before you responded.
Bill Logan is here.
Saying what I want. Hello, Bill.
Yeah. Hey, it's great to be back here again. We got a bunch of people excited to be here. It's football season again, and memberships are rolling in, and everything's going good. Perfect night.
I said it. You know, it's football season when you're over there practicing your ABCs. And we're sitting here making fun of you and giving you a hard time. That's when you know football season.
Yeah, and I can't defend myself, but now that I'm here, watch out.
Yes, indeed. As Bill getting ready for the fall sports season as well. As we will take a quick break, come back, the West Delaware head football coach Doug Winkowicz will join us as the West Delaware Fall Sports Preview Show continues on a Friday night right here from KMCH Sports.
This is Dr. Tim Collier from Dental Associates of Manchester. We take pride in the environment we provide our patients with a caring attitude and unsurpassed comfort. For the kind, compassionate, and competent dental care you deserve, call us at 927-GRIN. Dental Associates of Manchester, creating healthy smiles for life.
Jay's Auto Supercenter in Manchester has quality pre-owned vehicles, great financing options, a full-service department, body shop, and detail department. See their full line of vehicles online at jsautosales.net. That's Jay's Auto. Customer satisfaction is their #1 priority.
Jay's Auto!
Hi, this is Jamie Baskey at Don & Walt LLC, your independent Lennox dealer in Manchester, encouraging you to plan ahead. Have us check your heating or air conditioning unit before you need it. For residential or commercial plumbing and heating needs and top quality Lennox furnaces and heating units, see Don & Walt LLC on East Main Street in Manchester, or give us a call at 927-2232.
Now, welcome back into the West Delaware Fall Sports Preview Show here live from the Silver Bowl 2018 at Brownfield in Manchester. John, Jamie, Aaron, and the head coach of the West Delaware Hawks, Doug Winkowicz, now joins us, the 15th year head coach of the Hawks. Wink starting that here in the preseason, and his 15th year will begin officially with the game #1 next Friday night right here on Brownfield as they take on the Golden Eagles of Wahlert Catholic. And the off season, you've got this tradition, this program down, how you want things to go, and kids filter in here, and they go through this off season, and another good off season of lots of participation and getting kids in to relearn the system, remember the system, and then the other kids to continue on with it.
Yeah, it's actually been a tremendous off season. I mean, I can't say enough about these guys. I mean, during the camp we did a lot of our testing stuff, and it seems like or we've got similar speed to last year, but it seems like we're a little bigger across the board. So that was good to see. The guys just worked extremely hard in the weight room, and that's one of the things that I don't have to battle. I know a lot of coaches struggle with that, and our guys just do. And it's just one of those things that they know that's part of the process, and they take care of business there. So it's been tremendous. And I tell you, some of that too, being able to go back and implement year in and year out is because of the consistency in our staff. I mean, we've got the same guys now for several years, and you can just kind of pick up where you left off and go back to work. So that's also a huge benefit that we have.
You've got a lot of key components back from a team that was 8-3 a year ago, and those key components, good skill position guys in those positions that like a quarterback, like a Nick Casu, who's been there for a couple of years, and that's really you can't take that for granted, as you've had some years where you don't always have that.
Yeah, I mean, that's. I think that's kind of where we're starting to kind of build and kind of what are our keys, what are our strengths. Obviously, we've got some skill positions back with a lot of experience, so we're just trying to put the pieces together. I think offensively, we're really looking to figure out that offensive line. I think we're going to be we're a little young there, but I think we could be pretty solid. Skill guys we're pretty comfortable with right now. And then defensively, we've got a couple key kids back, and that's huge. I think our secondary is going to be is a good foursome that we've had in quite a while. So, and that's probably usually the hardest thing to put on the field is your defensive backs.
And that experience has to be huge for you guys. With the new playoff system, only the district champ is guaranteed, and you're going to need to go week by week, knowing that margin of error isn't as big this year with the team, especially with the tough non-district schedule that you have. Having those guys in there that have been there and that experience on the field.
Yeah, I believe this is my 24th year as a head coach, and I cannot recall top to bottom schedule as difficult as this looks on paper. I mean, it's we've got quality opponents. We've got several schools in there that have got solid tradition. So we're going to have to bring our best football every single Friday night, and I think in the long run that's going to make us a better football team.
Well, that was the question I was going to ask you, Coach, I know you guys are week to week. You don't look past anybody, but looking at the schedule as a whole, are there certain things or certain areas of the schedule or certain weeks that you look at and or do you take it in thirds? How do you approach the season in terms of scheduling?
Yeah, I think you start with the first four non-district, and you want to come out of there healthy, knowing you're going into 5, quality opponents for your district play, and those are the ones that really count. But honestly, for us, it's kind of the process of building each week. We kind of know what we want to have installed by next Friday night. We want to kind of know how fast we want to be moving by next Friday night, how many stunts we want on defense, and then it's a slow process from there. We just kind of slowly add and tweak and build and look at our strengths and weaknesses and just try to get better every single week.
You talk about that leadership in those key positions, but it's also one thing to do it on the field, but also to help those kids off the field and how to go about things. They've been through that, being at your practices a couple times this week and doing it in the right manner. As coaches try to stay positive, kids need to stay positive with each other as well. I know that's something you look at and you touch on too in those leadership roles.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think one of the key components of that is that our upperclassmen are accepting of the kids that may be a sophomore, junior that are stepping into some pretty key roles. I mean, they've got to understand that we have to put the best guys on the field to go out and perform on Friday night, give those kids a chance to win. And I think our upperclassmen done a tremendous job of taking those guys in and as leaders, really helping to help them improve and move them along as quickly as we can.
As you talked about the coaching staff, one addition, Brandon Domeyer helping out this year. Adam Reth, you were going to have him, but for him, he got that call from the Eagles a few weeks ago, and he's had a few preseason games under his belt. I know you guys keep in touch with Adam. He would have been a nice addition to the staff, but I know you are happy with where he's at, right?
And I told him the same thing. I said, "Boy, we'd love to have you, but I'd rather have you be in Philadelphia or another NFL roster. So just keep doing your thing." And he's certainly going to try to do that. But having Brandon Domeyer back and a ref, those guys that they've been under the in the system, they understand what it takes. They're tremendous citizens and young men and leaders, and to have those guys want to be on our part of our program again is pretty special.
I think that's one thing about Coach in my time here is it seems like the former players want to give back to the program. They want to come back and help the kids that are coming up now. And I think it's a testament to you, your leadership, and just their experiences here too. I mean, they obviously cherish those experiences. And so I think that's a credit to you as well.
Well, I appreciate that, and I think that says a lot just about the program in general. I mean, these guys had a good experience going through, and you know, we're fortunate enough to have these guys back locally in town and working in our communities and giving back to the community as well.
As Adam Reth, correct me if I'm wrong, the first West Delaware football player to make it with an NFL team?
Well, as far as I can recall, he would be our first one that's actually played a game in the NFL. Yeah.
How about that? Great job by Adam Reth here. With the Philadelphia Eagles, hoping to hang on with them and sign with them as we continue on here. Dylan Lindewell, another kid back that's been a part of this program, a kid that just wants to be around and help out, and got to call some plays late last year, and he's going to be back and helping you out again this year.
Yeah, we put Dylan on the end zone camera duties, and you know, he's certainly around helping in practice here and there, kind of in a manager role. He's a great young man to have around the program, and he certainly loves to be around it. So we're definitely going to find a job for him.
As always, we talk about it takes a lot of people to be involved with a program like this. It takes a lot of support. It takes Matt Weiss, your AD, who you're in constant contact with about a number of issues throughout the season. So you just can't replace that kind of support and having good people around you.
Yeah, I mean, Matt's just been a huge addition to the school system and this community, and he's been nothing but positive. You know, I think a great example of that is we go up to Upper Iowa to our team camp, you know, that last week of July, and we walk in there with, you know, 55 players and 10 through 12 and you know, 10, 11 coaches, and these guys are taking time off of work and taking vacation days to come up and spend 3 days with the guys, and I think that says a lot about our coaching staff and how much they want to give back, and how, you know, they want to be successful and they want to help these young guys any way they can. So I think that's pretty special that those guys will do that for us.
And the feature of the program with the fresh off teams, that consistent stability there with Coach Morris and Coach Warden and Becker, and then Pop and Kloss have been into the mix the last couple of years, but you just can't replace that kind of experience that those guys offer.
I tell you what, it's invaluable. I mean, we just can't say enough about the ability to come out every practice and go to work, and everybody is on the same page, using the same terminology. We all are trying to accomplish the same thing at the end of the day, and we can go to work, and then to have kids, smart kids that are willing to go in and perform and do those things. I think that's a lot to do with our success.
Always a good night here for folks to come out and watch the scrimmages. What do you hope to get out of tonight's varsity scrimmage?
You know, we're pretty light tonight. I mean, we traditionally don't do a whole lot on our scrimmage night. Again, we go up to team camp and we knock people around for 3 days, so we know where our physical guys are at. We'll come up here. We'll put 20 minutes on the clock. We'll run through that twice. Just try to get up and down the field a little bit, kind of as a conditioner, kind of keep the tempo up as high as we can, and come out of here healthy.
All right.
Tell Nick Casey I'll be open.
If I throw her down in the corner for you, put your hands up.
Whether or not it'll get caught is a whole other story. Yeah.
All right, Wink, always good to see you. Thank you. Good luck. We'll have our first pregame interview next week, and then the show starts next Friday night. Great to see you as always.
Yeah, thank you guys for everything you do. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you. Doug Wankowitz, head coach of the West Delaware Hawks football team. We'll continue on more of the Fall Sports Preview Show right here from KMCH Sports.
Family fun and great food await you at Lightning Lanes Family Center and Captain and Tennille's Sports Bar. Come out for a fun night of bowling or watch the big game on their 10-foot HD big screen. And of course, great food and your favorite beverages. Lightning Lanes Family Center and Captain and Tennille's Sports Bar on East Main in Manchester.
Farmers Savings Bank proudly supports all area athletes and their coaching staff. For all your banking needs, visit them in Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, and Aurora, or online at farmersavingsbank.com. Member FDIC.
Viafield is your headquarters for all your seed, chemical, and fertilizer needs. They have professional service and quality products needed to bring the best crop to market. Viafield, providing growth opportunity for 18 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota.
The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and the Dyersville Commercial recognize the hard work and dedication of all area athletes. Check out the weekly sports section in the commercial for scores and information. The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and Dyersville Commercial, supporting your communities.
For fan food, not fast food, visit your after-the-game headquarters, Manchester Dairy Queen. It's quick, it's easy, your family will love it. Manchester Dairy Queen.
It's no secret that people come to Fairway in Manchester for their famous meats, but as you dash back to the counter to pick up your USDA choice ribeyes, don't be surprised if you find yourself lingering among the delicious fruits and vegetables in the produce department. Shop Fairway in Manchester for low prices and all your grocery needs.
Head to Fireside Pub and Steakhouse before or after the game or anytime, featuring steaks, seafood, pasta, sandwiches, and even fresh-made pizza. They say it's the best around. Visit them on the web at firesidemanchester.com for a full menu and special offers.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents like me, Julie Smith, can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business insurance, I can dig into the playbook and help you find the affordable coverage you need. For all your insurance needs, call on a winning team. The Julie Smith State Farm Agency in Manchester.
Stop by Dyersville Comics and Games, your local comic book and gaming store today. Gaming events go on daily, and there is a great selection of comics and games to choose from. It's definitely worth a stop. Dyersville Comic and Games, located on 2nd Avenue Southeast in Dyersville. Best of luck to all area athletes and coaches on a successful season.
Hi, this is Chris Henry, Service Manager at Brown Sales and Leasing in Elkader. Our goal is to make your car buying experience the best possible, and our factory-certified technicians are dedicated to you and your vehicles. Stop in and see us at Brown Sales and Leasing in Elkader, or visit us online at FullerBrowns.com. Your hometown dealer, wherever your hometown may be.
At Three Rivers, our customers come first. Your business is very important to us. Our goal is to provide you with the best products and service that you have come to expect from Three Rivers. Visit our website at threeriversfs.com or the location nearest you. Three Rivers, your partner in growth solutions.
You expect big hits on the field, not on the roads. So when the unexpected happens, call Krager Body Shop in Dyersville. They specialize in major and minor collision repair and frame straightening. For all your auto body work, see Krager Body Shop.
And welcome back in to the Fall Sports Preview Show here at Brown Field, the Silver Bowl on this beautiful Friday night, 83 degrees. Jamie's worried about that humidity. It's at 67% right now.
What's the dew point?
I feel like 90, and I don't have dew point right now, but I can tell you the pressure is sitting at 30, and winds out of the north at 4 miles per hour on this gorgeous Friday night here, 2018 Fall Sports Preview here for West Delaware Athletics. And now it's time we turn our attention to cross country. West Delaware cross country with the girls program first. Ben Mosier is the 7th year head coach, the middle school and high school teacher here for a number of years. Ben Mosier joins us. Ben, good to see you. Hope your summer was well.
It was. It was a unique summer, a little bit different. At this point last year, my assistant coach was actually on the radio.
Yes.
The birth of our son last year at about this time. So it's a little bit unique trying to figure out and balance cross-country and family life now. But good summer. A lot of hard work put in by the girls.
And talk about that off-season workout. How much do you demand? How much do the girls are able to, the ones not out for summer sports and the like? What are they able to do for you, and what do you ask of them?
So we changed our summer approach this year a little bit. The last 6 summers, we had done a lot of weight room stuff. And it just it wasn't well attended. And you know, the weight room is really tough to get into, trying to balance with all the other teams. And so we moved it out to the track and did a lot of whole body strength training, did a little bit of speed work 2 days a week. And then the team got themselves together on the weekends, and they did a team run minus the coach. We expect a lot of miles out of them, and we got a lot of miles out of a lot of our girls this summer. So more than we've had traditionally in the past.
And numbers-wise, not as well as you would like. You told me yesterday, mid-20s. The boys are up a little bit, but not as where you would like those numbers to be, and that's something that you can improve on.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, being down, we had a big senior class and a small freshman class. We've got a good 26. And, you know, I said this year, right now, I'm not really sure who our clear-cut number 1 is, because 1 through 15 right now, they put in a lot of work. They had a great 2 weeks of practice. I'm really excited to come Tuesday because now we get to see what they race, and then it sorts itself out from here. And so being down 8, and, we're used to being in that 30-40 range, we've still got a really competitive 26, and so I'm happy with that.
Well, you mentioned not having that clear-cut number one. You've got to like the fact that the girls are going to be pushing to be that number one spot, and really they want to set the tone and really, compete for that number one spot.
That's exactly it, and it's already, you see it in practice. We've got a couple that they're sorting their way up, but then the next day I've got 2 or 3 that are pushing on them again, and so it's just making them better. Top to bottom, 1 through 26. We split into 3 training groups, and the way we're split right now, it's going to change. I know it's going to change, but it's driving competition. It's just going to make us stronger, like you said.
Well, and injuries happen. I mean, that's part of athletics and whatnot, and having depth is key. So it sounds like you guys are working towards that, and that 7th runner is just as important as that 2nd or 3rd. You know what I mean? I know you score 5, but it is what it is. So
yeah, and that's important. We said a lot of times we preached last year, we're only as strong as our 5th runner. But it's those 6th and 7th runners that are trying to push to that 5th spot that just continues to make us better. And we lost our number 2 and our number 3 last year early in the year. So we know injuries play a big part in this sport. But we're hoping that maybe some of that summer stuff maybe will alleviate it a little bit.
And we always talk about the mental aspect of cross country, of being tough enough, and I know it's something that you guys, Aaron, you really established that when you were a cross country runner at Independence. But the mental aspect, how much do you preach that? How much do you talk about it? I know it's a big part of cross country.
A lot, and actually, we were able to, fortunately enough, one of our practice facilities is now Bailey's Ford, and it now allows us to trail run. And if you've ever walked the trails of Bailey Ford, those hills are monstrous. And I think that's been a really big thing for us this last 2 weeks, especially, was the coaches kept saying, okay, we're going to try and break you today. We're going to push your limits to the max today. It's more than you have ever seen in your probably high school career. And they came back the next day. We had all 26 return back the next day, and they just keep coming back and keep coming back. And so we've been preaching, keep coming back. Now let's go fight a little bit.
And like cross country, we talk about as well, physically and mentally demanding. Your role is to make it fun, as much as fun as running that much can be.
Absolutely, And then, so I just bring a workout in that just came to my mind that we ran 16 400 repeats the other night through the hills of Bailey's. And as soon as we got done, the girls finally came down. Their heart rates are back down, and they were like, "Can we go jump in the water?" I was like, "Absolutely, you can go jump in the water." And so it's like they're starting to find the fun in the craziness that is cross country. And as hard as they work, there's always that silver lining. We could do something fun.
You always had fun running, didn't you, Aaron?
Yeah, most of the time.
Quick.
There were times where it wasn't so fun.
Now?
Not so much. Yeah, not so much.
As we look at your schedule, you start up on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, at that always tough Mount Vernon Invitational. We talk about this every year, the amount of talent they get out there in the competition. Boy, it really sets the tone for your season, and just abundance of great local areas there at runners there at Mount Vernon.
Absolutely. Hempstead comes out right away, and that's the one that just jumps off the page. Whenever I see them, we're like, they're there again. And, they'll probably have 1 through 4 will be the top 4 runners in, which is fine, but it gives us a measuring stick as well. And the beauty of this race is it's all girls on the line. There is no JV, no varsity. It's every team, all your girls. It's 500 girls that are going to try and sort themselves out. And that's where we find our varsity, and it's black and white. Our top 7 runners are going to be our varsity come O-line the next week.
Yes, indeed. As O-line, Waverly, Shell Rock, Starmount, Benton, Western Dubuque, then the home meet, West Delaware, out at Hartridge, I would presume. The course will stay the same on Tuesday, October 2nd. Always fun to run at home and get a few more fans out there who aren't able to make those road trips.
Absolutely, and that's what and I'll say again tonight, if you've never been to a cross-country meet, it's something you can't really describe until you've actually experienced it. And so having a lot of fans out there at Hartridge really helps us out.
And the road should be done this year.
And the road should be done.
It is done.
It's a little tricky getting out there. Yeah, we were a little worried about that.
And the district meet will be announced, the site will be announced any day now, Thursday, October 18th. You were able to host out at Heart Ridge last year. That was a great event out there. I know I helped out Coach Weiss and saw you guys that day, and it's always fun to run at home. And that'd be great to be able to host districts again.
Absolutely. Fingers crossed. We get that for a second year in a row. It's always nice to have that comfort of being at home. Those girls know that track inside and out, and just being able to race it a second time, even just a couple of weeks after our home meet, hopefully would give us a little bit of an advantage.
Yes, indeed.
And just looking at the returners in the conference this year, who are you thinking are maybe some of the top performers or top teams that are coming back this year?
Of course, we've got Adriana Ketcher coming back out of CPU.
Yeah.
She returns again. I think she's a two-time state champion.
Yep.
So that'll be the individual that just jumps off the pace. But I know Benton Community is going to be tough. Anna Mosa left the Womack. Thankfully, I saw they were ranked in the top 15.
He means that in a positive way. They were good.
For our aspect.
We like it when Anamosa people leave our company.
That's right about here. Boy. Right here.
I try to remember that. We'll be alone. Yeah. Sullivan will be tough. And Marion will be tough. Those three teams, I think, that they're going to be racing for.
I think it's cool. The Womack, we talk about football, we talk about all the sports. The Womack just has good athletics top to bottom, and cross country is no different.
Absolutely. We said for us this year, all reality, something really good for us would be we want to be in the middle, somewhere in the middle. Just because they are so strong top to bottom in all sports, and girls cross country is just another one of them.
It's about getting better, having fun, getting better, and improving.
Absolutely, and that's what we preach each day. Each day is going to be better than the day before.
All right, good to see you. We will catch up with you throughout the weeks and have interviews with you on the Coach's Corner on Saturday mornings with our new host, Jamie Vasky, on the Coach's Corner on our Fall Sports Coach's Corner. He is elated to take that new position as we get that show going next Saturday. Benny, thanks to see you. Good to see you again. Ben Mosier, the head coach of West Delaware Girls Cross Country. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
You betcha. As we'll continue on here, we'll try to track down Dale Meyer. I know the fill-in coaches here for Coach Mather tonight. West Delaware Volleyball will be coming up shortly as well, as the introductions will be coming up. The fresh-off scrimmages are in the books as we continue on the West Delaware Fall Sports Preview Show right here from the Silver Bowl on Brown Field from KMCH Sports.
Citizen State Bank, your locally owned, community-minded, and customer-oriented bank, is here to serve you. Choose one of their 7 convenient locations in Winthrop, Monticello, Manchester, Ryan, Strawberry Point, Hopkinton, and Nubiana. Citizen State Bank, community banking with people you know, member FDIC.
This is Jamie Vasky, the voice of the West Delaware Hawks, and I've had the chance to review the Good Neighbor Society's playbook, and I got to tell you, they are friends in your neighborhood, designing plays to get you home fast. If you need help getting back in the game, contact the Good Neighbor Society Rehab to Home team at 563-927-3907.
The Edgewood Reminder is proud to support all the area teams in athletic action and appreciates their efforts in the classroom and during sports. Check out all the sports photos in each week's issue of the Edgewood Reminder.
TriVet Associates is a mixed animal veterinary clinic with offices in Farley, Dyersville, and Holy Cross. Our 8 doctors serve the Dubuque, Manchester, Guttenberg, and Cascade areas and provide veterinary services to both large and small animals. For more information, find us on Facebook or visit our website, trivetinc.com.
High-Tech Communications is your local service provider for telephone systems, fire detection, audio, video, security and surveillance systems, wiring, and more. High-Tech has decades of experience in the industry. Contact High-Tech at 563-927-4936, online at hightechcommunications.us. High-Tech Communications, changing your world with technology.
Are you looking for great food and a unique atmosphere? Then make Okoboji Grill your next lunch or dinner destination, or enjoy 2-for-1 happy hour every Monday through Thursday from 4 until 6 p.m. That's Okoboji Grill, 1749 Golf Course Boulevard in Independence. Okoboji Grill, where good friends meet.
When selecting the right tire for your vehicle, you want choice. Bobin Tire and Automotive Service in Manchester gives you choice with the top tire brands available today. For the tire choice you want and the service your vehicle needs, see Bobin Tire and Automotive in Manchester. Open Saturdays for your convenience.
back on Brown Field, the Silver Bowl 2018. John Swisher, Jamie Vasky here, and playing back with you, and the head coach of West Delaware Boys Cross Country, Dale Meyer, joining us now, 6-year head coach of West Delaware Boys Cross, as 13th year overall here teaching at Lambert Elementary, a 3rd grade teacher. And Dale, hope your summer was good. You got some good relaxing time and getting back after it here for cross country for another year.
Yep, it's been a good summer, and I'm ready to get going with this group. So I'm pretty pleased with what's going on. So,
and give us a little recap here of the off season. What did you see that you liked, and what are you expecting here early on, anyway?
You know, we've lost some really good seniors last year, and it's kind of a question mark on what was going to happen. And I've been real pleased. We've got 5 seniors out, and we've got some leadership all the way through all 4 of the grades. We had some kids step up and get some running groups together during the summer, and I think we'll put a little more time in. I'm excited to see what happens.
Coach, talk about a little bit about the training. Are you in the off season? Is it more about just getting miles under their belt and kind of building that foundation, or are you incorporating some speed in there too? Kind of talk a little bit about the training program.
It really is more about them getting more miles under their legs. You know, I tell them that so that it's not so monotonous. They should do some speed work too, and the kids that have been through the program understand what that means. You know, trying to get some sprints in every now and then, maybe some 800 repeats and stuff like that. But mostly it's about just getting in that mindset that they got to train in the off season like the other sports do if they want to have the success that the other sports have. So, and I think we're starting to get that a little bit more.
And driving to work, I see you guys, your team out running in the morning. And one of the things I noticed is maybe some of the kids from other sports, you know, the winter sports and the spring and summer sports that maybe went out for football last year. They're not this year. You know, keeping themselves in that running shape and really, and not just sitting around. They're pushing themselves and going out for cross country. I noticed a few wrestlers that came out for cross country that, and you know, the other sport that you coach, and that's good for those athletes not to be just sitting around all fall and putting in that time and doing some physical activity.
Absolutely. You know, I am a wrestling coach too, but I was talking to one of our state place winners that came out for cross this year, Jack Newhouse, and I told him that, you know, that other sport, the mental aspect of that other sport is going to make him tougher in this sport, but I guarantee you he doesn't have a clue about how much tougher mentally he will be after the end of the cross-country season, because I've never been part of a sport that's been more mentally demanding as cross-country is, and it's going to be advantageous to make them all competitors. They're not going to be sitting around. They're not going to be you know, and nothing against the other sports, but they're going to be competing every single contest. They're not going to be standing on the sideline. They're going to be competing. And I know that, well, that's one thing that Coach Boss stresses, that don't just go out for a sport, compete in a sport. And so I think some of those kids that are buying into that, some of those wrestlers. So yeah, we got a few wrestlers, but you know, that's one of the things I'm most excited about. It's just the numbers are up 10 more than I've ever had. We've got 36 kids out right now. You know, we have a few injured, just like other sports do, but you know, we'll see what we get. You know, we're going to start Tuesday night down at Mount Vernon, and we'll see what we have when we get them going.
Well, that's what's cool about cross country is, you know, all the outdoor. It's an outdoor sport. You don't know what the elements are going to look like. It could be raining one day. It could be 90 degrees, 90% humidity. Yeah. It could be 20 degrees towards the end of the season. It's just, you talk about the mental aspect. It's not just the running. It's also fighting those elements.
Yeah, you know, we ran in the rain this morning. And I know that the girls ran in the pouring rain yesterday at Bailey's, and we ran in the rain. We ran repeats over by the track in the rain this morning, and they survived, you know. So that's the stories they're going to remember, is those kind of workouts. Any way that you could make it a little more fun, you know, they work hard. And so I just told them, you know, it's just like the other contests too. We go to a contest and it's raining, but it's not lightning. We're going to be competing in the rain. So it's just like the heat. We're going to be competing in the heat. So
for you as a coach, 6th year in this program, it's great to have those numbers up mid-30s and most kids you've ever had out. How much do you rely on those older kids, the leadership, to really guide the way?
Every one of those kids on that team has that opportunity to step up and be that leader. And, you know, I think we started out with just a couple freshmen, and then I got a kid out that I think, you know, he's well liked and everything. And next thing you know, I had 3 more freshmen out. And the next thing I know, I had 9 freshmen out, and I only had 2 kids sign up at the meeting so from that freshman class. So to have 9 freshmen out, that's pretty exciting too.
As your home meet will be Tuesday, October 2nd. You're waiting for that district meet site coming out any day now, Thursday, October 2nd. You're able to host districts last year out of Hartridge. We talked to Ben about, and it'd be nice to host another year, and you got a good setup for it. Matt Weiss did a great job in his first year last year hosting that one for you.
Yeah, I asked Matt about that when I met with him last week, and he said he hadn't heard anything yet, but I definitely told him if we can get it, we'd love to have it. It's always good to run on your home course. And
yes, indeed. All right, well, good luck as the grind starts on Tuesday down at Mount Vernon, 5 o'clock, the start time in that one. We will catch up with you throughout the year as we usually do, get you on the Coach's Corner on Saturday morning. Thanks for your time as always.
Thanks, Wish. I appreciate it.
Good luck, Coach. Dale Meyer, head boys coach of cross country here at West Delaware. It's our West Delaware Fall Sports Preview Show, and the volleyball coaches will be coming up here shortly. If they don't have to get in the introduction line, we will come back with more of the West Delaware Fall Sports Preview Show right after this from KMCH Sports.
Whether it's an orthopedic, sports, or occupational injury you are suffering from, Regional Medical Center Therapy Services has you covered. With a customized treatment program, Regional Medical Center Therapy Services can get you back on track in the active game of life. Regional Medical Center, excellence in healthcare close to home.
Insurance is a contract to protect what you value the most, whether it's your auto, home, business, health, or even your life. AAA and People's Insurance Agency have been protecting all of your assets for years. So please call your local licensed AAA agent at Mormon Insurance Agency, a member of People's Insurance in Manchester, for a free review of all of your insurance needs, because trust is everything.
This is Phil from Gateway Appliance in Manchester. When you need service, call us. If it's time for a new appliance, we have the selection you're looking for. Gateway Appliance Sales and Service, 111 West Main Street in Manchester. Or find us online at gateway.biz. That's G, the number 8, WAY.biz, and on Facebook.
Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory wishes all the best to the athletes and appreciates their hard work and scholastic efforts throughout the year. For personal, caring service, Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory in Manchester, Edgewood, and Strawberry Points.
Hey KMCH listeners, GMB is proud to support our area athletes and help bring the sport to you. The GMB Bank team reminds you whatever your financial goals, we're here to help you reach them. Stop by our Manchester location or visit us online at gnbbank.com. Member FDIC.
Going above and beyond is a standard of care at Above and Beyond Home Health and Hospice Care. Their compassionate staff care deeply about the comfort of their patients. A nurse is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Above and Beyond Healthcare, the more they care, the more beautiful life becomes. Proudly serving Jones, Jackson, Johnson, Lynn, Clayton, and Delaware counties.
At Dupaco Community Credit Union, we know debt happens. A debt checkup from Dupaco ensures it's not costing you more than it should. With historic low interest rates, now is the time to bring your loans to Dupaco. Contact us at 563-927-6187 or visit dupaco.com.
The Manchester Press is your community newspaper. Check out the sports section for game stats and photos of area players and game highlights. The Manchester Press, serving the area for over 130 years.
At Precision Collision, we are committed to providing you with high-quality auto body repair and paint refinishing. Our expertly trained technicians can repair all accidental damage and get you back on the road in no time. Come visit me, Jeff, for a free estimate. We are located along Highway 20 at the Delaware turnoff. Precision Collision, one call does it all, quality guaranteed.
Newhouse Construction and Concrete is proud to support all our area athletes. Give Phil a call at 927-5178 for your commercial, ag, or residential projects, or visit newhouseconstruction.com. Newhouse Construction and Concrete turns design into reality.
Just like you take pride in your vehicle, we take pride in the service work we provide. This is John from Georgian Auto in Manchester. Whether it's routine maintenance or major repairs, we'll take care of your car and get it back on the road. Georgian Auto in Manchester, where complete automotive service and repair is our complete focus.
And welcome back in. The varsity team outstretching on the half a field closest to us here on Brownfield. Silver Bowl 2018. John Jamie and Aaron, back with you. The volleyball girls about ready to get introduced, and we'll catch up with the coaches, Jenny Voss and Cassie Vasky, filling in tonight for head coach Brett Mather, not able to be here, as we'll talk West Delaware volleyball coming up shortly here, as hopefully be joined by the AD at West Delaware High School, assistant principal Matt Weiss as well, starting his second year here, as the varsity team out there getting warmed up. The fresh soft introductions. Hopefully we'll get to, always good to talk to Bob Morris and the lower level coaches here for West Delaware football. I know you enjoy those interviews. That's something we'll keep up on Friday nights with seeing how all the lower levels are doing. We can't forget the future of this West Delaware football program.
Well, I tell you, a lot of times these guys are coaching, and they're helping out with the varsity once their first game is done. So, for them to take the time out of getting right back in and coaching that, helping out with that varsity game, it's really nice for them guys to come up and give us a little bit of their time. And I tell you, it's always fun. My boss, I hope he's listening tonight, always gives me a hard time saying that.
Right there.
Oh, he made it? Oh, yeah. So I guess he's not listening, but so I'll say it anyway. He always tells me varsity game doesn't start till 7:30. I'm like, I realize that, but I like watching this. I enjoy watching the future. I like having a little bit of insight on watching the game that I'm about to interview them about. And I tell you what, you talk about a passion for the game. Sit in a booth. In a tight press box, sit in a booth with Bob Morris and John Warden, and and just you'll understand how much passion those two have for this game, and just trying to better the youth of this community and this football program. And it's fun to be a part of and be in their presence in those games.
Just think about the leadership and the experience on this coaching staff, which has been pretty stable here throughout the years. You have Bill Lester, who goes way back here at West Delaware. You have Luke Imsland, who's come in and brought a nice touch from Hubbard Ratcliffe, where he went to high school. Coach Wink, Coach Rubina, with handling all the extra stuff for Coach Wink. And, of course, coaches, we talked about the 1990 grad of West Delaware High School, and just a tremendous staff assembled here. Mark Becker, John Warden, Jesse Pop, Brian Kloss, as we mentioned him as well as, and then the younger guys, Brandon Domeyer, who's a former player that we talked about coming back. It's so important to have all those guys in the mix. Some people think, how many coaches do you need? Well, it takes a lot of people, a lot of coaches, and sometimes they can't always be here in the preseason practice, especially those volunteers who have regular jobs, and it's great to have guys like that who have experience and knowledge and who played the game.
Well, then you look at the coaching tree that started, has emerged from here. You've got guys all over. You got Nathan and Ryan King, Trey McTaggart's coaching out in which one is he?
North.
Yep, way up north. Forest City.
Ryan is Algona. Yeah.
Yep. Forest City is. I know there are two red schools that those two are coaching, but that coaching tree, it branches out a lot. Brian Lochran played here. He's an assistant at Independence. We mentioned that earlier, and just that coaching tree from West Delaware. Actually, we just had the other one too from the Shrine Bowl. Matt Malowski, and then Matt Finn was on the coaching staff here. He was a part of the Shrine Bowl as well, and of course Sam Anderson was on the opposing team in that Shrine Bowl. So that coaching tree from West Delaware is very long.
Yes, indeed. And Aaron, as you know, being around athletics for a long time, it's very important to build relationships, and those players is a reason why they want to come back here, stay close to the program, and coach. It's something that, and you gave Coach Wink credit. There's a reason why you want to come back. You enjoy being part of it, that you want to be a part of that again, and help younger kids, just like the older coaches helped you when you were in that position.
Well, they were taught values amongst these, from these coaches that they took on and went on and potentially played collegiately, and then like we talked about, wanted to come back and give back to these guys that are going through the program now. And consistency is such a big word now these days, and you look at top to bottom, look at the levels of coaching, even at like the University of Iowa, Coach Ferentz being there his 20th or 21st year now, and consistency is key, because you know what you're getting every year, you know where you're gonna you know where the program's headed, you know what the expectations are, you know what the coaches are going to want from you. And Coach talked about getting into the weight room. He doesn't have to talk about it anymore to the kids because the kids know it. It's an expectation, and it's just something that you see now. And now the coaches, they don't have to teach those things. Those things are they're built in, and they can work on the intricacies. They can work on strategy. They can work on those things that are going to help them win on Friday nights.
This line is big.
Yes, it is. It's one of the key factors of this line here, too. It is definitely bigger than maybe the last couple years, and they've got some experience coming back.
And I tell you, it's a good thing we're having the booster club. Funds must be a little tight with for the football team because they don't have shirts long enough to fit all these guys. Some of them have their shirts.
The reason
they only got half a shirt on. Their stomachs are showing. I think they're going for that college and pro, that Ezekiel Elliott look, pulling the shirt up, tucking it under the breastplates of the shoulder pads there, and we'll have to talk to this guy about that. He might be able to fill us in a little bit, but
Matt Weiss will join us next. The AD here at West Delaware High School. We'll come back with that. More of the West Delaware Fall Sports Preview Show after this from KMCH Sports.
For all your general contracting needs, turn to the professionals at Lucky Building Service in Manchester. For commercial, remodeling, and building and new home construction, call the experts, Lucky Building Service in Manchester, 563-927-5677.
You may not wear glasses or contacts, but how do you know if you're seeing your best or if your eyes are healthy? Why not be proactive and get your eyes examined? Dr. Daniel E. Mersch and his professional staff at Manchester Family Vision can help. Manchester Family Vision Center wishes all the local sports teams best of luck this season. Manchester Family Vision Center on West Main, where clear vision begins with healthy eyes.
This is George Davis from the law offices of Locher and Davis in Farley and Dyersville. Proud sponsor for our local youth as they develop confidence, character, and teamwork in high school athletics and learn lessons that last a lifetime. Best wishes to all our local students. We are cheering for you. Locher and Davis Law Offices located in Farley and Dyersville.
As your American Family Insurance agent in Manchester, I'm looking out for what matters to you. Even when nothing's wrong, this is Tad Mormon, agent. Call me at 563-927-3586 and let's talk about your insurance.
American Family Insurance, Tad Mormon agent, 106 East Main Street, Manchester.
You expect big hits on the field, not on the roads. So when the unexpected happens, call Krager Body Shop in Dyersville. They specialize in major and minor collision repair and frame straightening. For all your auto body work, see Krager Body Shop.
Contact me, Chad Frazier, at BC Land Services in Earlville for all your maintenance projects such as tree removal and trimming, small dirt work projects, lawn seeding, and more. BC Land Services is fully insured and licensed. Contact me at 563-590-8074 or on Facebook. And best of luck to all area athletes and coaches.
And back into Brown Field, the Silver Bowl 2018 West Delaware Fall Sports Preview Show right here live on KMCH and KMCH.com on this Friday night. John Swisher, Jamie Vaskey, Aaron Plain along with you. And Bob Morris joins us here, longtime West Delaware football coach as a freshman football head coach. Has been your title for most of the stint here. You've had other avenues with the junior high program. I think you started out many years ago, but another year for freshman football here. And how's the landscape shaping up so far early on in this preseason?
Well, it's good. This is my 15th year for the freshmen. Coach John Morden and I, we were 10 years with the 7th grade, and then we're able to go with the freshmen, and we started when Wink did. So as far as this year, our numbers are a little smaller than what we're used to. We have 17 young men out for football. And as usual at West Delaware, they're more enthused and ready to go. They've been a lot of fun to coach, and they've had some success at the lower level. But now we get into longer games with the 10-minute quarters, and we'll end up doing a little more fresh, soft stuff as the numbers are down, not only at our school, but others. But our job is to get them ready to play football, understand high school, which that's a lot with their schooling, get their grades up, and then come out here and play football and learn the game, and hopefully be here when they're seniors.
You read my mind there of you guys know your role. You've done it for a long time here. It's not always about the wins and losses. Of course, everybody wants to win, and that will help in the long run, but it also helps to do it the right way, and you guys certainly do that.
Well, we've had success where they've won all the games, and we've had years where they've won a couple of games,
the one thing that stays consistent is they get here at varsity football and we're ready to play. And we're very proud of that. Each year we'll have a couple freshmen that are ready as sophomores to move up to the varsity. So we're doing the right thing and teaching them what they need to know. And Coach Wink and his staff, we all work together and kind of see where kids should fit in the system, not only this year, but in the coming year. So it's a family all the way through with the coaching staff and the kids. And we have a lot of fun doing it. That's why we're still here.
Well, I was just talking with you off air. I got to wait 5 weeks before I even get to talk to you at halftime of the varsity game. So, a little bit different schedule that you guys got to get used to. First the Thursdays and then the Fridays. What do you do to transition those kids? I mean, you're going to go from Thursday to all of a sudden the kids are the curtain raisers. Your freshmen are the curtain raisers on Friday nights. That's at least you're going to be halfway through the season when they get that first look at walking onto the field on a Friday night.
Well, and I think that'll be nice, Jamie. I'm glad you mentioned that. We want to thank Matt standing here, our AD, for a really nice schedule this year. We're going to get the kids out there and ready to play. Basically, we like starting on the Thursday night. I think that's the better for the kids. But on Fridays, we just coach them up to be ready for that. As far as the transition, kids like games. They would rather play than practice. So we've had years past. We played on Thursday, then Monday, then Friday, and kids like games. So we just got to be careful on the injuries, and their health is our number one concern. And we'll take care of our kids. We got a great training staff, Jason Knowles, and help me with the other one, Josiah.
Yep.
And they do a great job with our kids, and they're helping them stay on the field.
Absolutely. The stability of this program we talk about a lot with the coaches, and you guys know how each other works and thinks, and it's so beneficial to help out these kids. You're all on the same page every year in and year out.
Yeah, and with the sophomore coaches, Coach Becker and I have coached before. I coached Coach Pop. Coach Pop was with us last year. So it really works well. We know kind of what it works with the fresh soft schedule and where we need to address as far as the kids playing and keep them healthy. Sometimes those sophomore linemen are a little bit bigger than what we are, but quick whistle, learn the technique, and really happy tonight and pleased with the results that we had with the fresh soft.
Yes, indeed. Your first game is next Thursday night, correct? Right?
Thursday night here against West Dubuque. Always a good opponent. They'll bring some kids ready to go. I think their numbers are a little bit down too this year with what I've heard, but we'll make it all work. And sometimes you have to address it as a fresh soft and get some bodies out there. But mainly it's get the kids the game, get them to play, and we'll go from there.
Yes, indeed. Always good to see you. Thanks for your time. Best of luck as your season starts on Thursday night.
Well, I certainly appreciate all you guys do and the kind words you say about our kids and the coaching staff. So wish you guys the best of luck as well. And we'll get at them and see you as soon as we can. All right.
Thanks, Bob Morris, the head freshman coach of West Delaware football. We'll come back with the volleyball coaches here. Cassie and Jenny up next here on the preview show. And we're back after this from Brownfield.
Edgewood Feed Mill Construction has provided customers with a quality pre-engineered building package for their swine facility needs. Edgewood Feed Mill Construction is a general contractor and will assist you with the construction of your livestock facility start to finish. For more information on Edgewood Feed Mill Construction,
this is Fred Smock from Dunlap Motors and Independence with Chevy, Buick, and certified pre-owned Chevy, Buick, and GMC and nearly 300 new and used cars and trucks in stock. We have big town inventory with small town service. Go to DunlapMotorsIndy.com.
At Precision Collision, we are committed to providing you with high-quality auto body repair and paint refinishing. Our expertly trained technicians can repair all accidental damage and get you back on the road in no time. Come visit me, Jeff, for a free estimate. We are located along Highway 20 at the Delaware turnoff. Precision Collision, one call does it all, quality guaranteed.
Welcome back in. Fall Sports Preview Show right here on Mix 94.7 KMCH and KMCH.com. John Swisher, Jamie Vansky back with you. Aaron Plain alongside. We'll talk to Bill Logan one more time here and West Delaware AD Matt Weiss as well as Brownfield here. The varsity football team on the field warming up, getting ready for their scrimmage here coming up in about 15 minutes here at the Silver Bowl as a good amount of fans coming out here tonight to see the scrimmages and the introductions. Guests got over with as the football teams, the cross-country teams, and the volleyball teams, and those went well as Jenny Voss, Cassie Vasky, two of the volleyball coaches here, Shea Putz and Brett Mather, the head coach of West Delaware Volleyball, not able to be here. Coach Mather starting his 23rd season as head coach of West Delaware, as 24th overall here at West Delaware, is 25th as a head varsity coach. The Hawks coming off a season of 25 and 20 a year ago. Second round loss at home to Waterloo Columbus by the score of 3-1. As both the graduates here of West Delaware High School, Jenny Voss, 2012, Cassie Vasky, 2013, as ladies, coming back to your alma mater here. Jenny, you've been back with the program a couple years now. Just talk about coaching again under Coach Mather, a man who you played for.
It's been great coaching under Coach Mather. He's been an awesome mentor and has really helped me along the way as well as Shay has. Yeah, it's been kind of weird being on the coaching side of things instead of the playing side. It's a lot less pressure for me, which is nice. So don't have to do as many sprints, which is good.
Except tonight, right? No pressure. They could have been here, right?
As a lot of talent coming back on this year's team. You've been with this varsity team. Talk about this varsity team that's assembled for Coach Mather and company. High expectations coming in to rank 10th in Class 4A.
Yeah, we've got a really great group of seniors and returners. We've got 8 seniors this year, and so it's going to be an awesome season. I'm really excited.
And what are some of the things that you've seen in practice that you're really positive about here coming in? Just the talent and the skills that this group has. As the group of West Delaware volleyball team, they have a lot of experience, and it starts with the hammer and the hawk, something Cassie was involved with last year as Cassie Vasky coached the team last year. That's how you got into this volleyball program, coaching your first year, Cassie, correct?
Yep.
As talk about that scenario with Hammer and Hawks and how it led to you becoming a part of the coaching staff.
It all comes from my mom, learning from my mom. She was a great coach. She taught me a lot of, how to play, and now I look up to her as being a coach, and here I am. Coaching with Brett Mather like she did.
That's right. The third Vasky to coach, Mom Julie, and Kayla also coach a year or two at the lower levels. As expectations and goals here, I'm sure Coach Mather talks about that a little bit, being the best that these girls can be. How much does he go into that in practice day in and day out, Jenny?
Yeah, we set our goals at the beginning of each practice, and then at the end, we just kind of look at them and evaluate them throughout the year. So it's kind of been a new thing that we've started over the past couple of years, and I think it's had some really positive impact throughout our team.
You're also with the freshman group. Talk about how that's going so far, of these girls getting their first taste of high school volleyball.
Yeah, it's been really good. We've got 14 girls on the freshman team, and they give it all they've got at practice, as I know the other girls do as well. But it's been fun just kind of showing them the ropes.
Yes, indeed. And Cassie, JV level coach for you. Sophomore coach for you, I should say. Shay has the JV. How's that been going so far?
It's going great. I have a great group of girls. They work very hard. I only have 7. I got 1 hurt right now, so working with small numbers.
And scrimmage coming up tomorrow. Where and when?
Yeah, it's at Dyke New Hartford. It is in the morning. We should hopefully be done by noon. So, yeah, it's going to be good. There's a lot of tough competition there, so it'll be good for us to see kind of where the girls are fitting in and everything like that.
All levels or just varsity?
JV varsity. We're taking 2 teams this year. So
fantastic. And the season gets underway here next week. Tell me about your schedule the first week.
I'm taking my sophomore girls to Cedar Rapids, Washington in Bight on Thursday, the first day of school. We will start at 5 o'clock. So we should see what we got there and see how our girls are going to do.
And then the freshman first match, Jenny?
Yeah, we have our first game against Mount Vernon here at home, as well as the JV and varsity as well. And Mount Vernon's always, some pretty good competition for us, so it'll be a great start to the season to see where we're at and where we're going with it.
Yes, indeed. That'll be Thursday night, August 30th. Best of luck. Thanks for your time, ladies, and we will look forward to keeping a track of the West Delaware volleyball. Our first broadcast will be on the 30th against Mount Vernon. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jenny Voss, Cassie Vasky, and West Delaware volleyball coaches here. We continue.
So
no, it wasn't at all. They did a great job, didn't they, fellas?
Yeah, absolutely. I've never seen a Vasky quiet till tonight.
Yeah, that doesn't usually happen, does it? At all. Thanks to Cassie and Jenny here as the West Delaware Fall Sports Preview Show here at Brown Field continues on. The varsity starting there a little bit early here as they're getting their pregame routine set, and they'll have the scrimmages coming up here from Brown Silver Bowl. We'll have a couple more interviews to get to here before we close things out on this Friday night. We'll take a break, and we'll come back after this from KMCH Sports.
For the best selection of Chevy, Buick, and GMCs in the area, see Bob Stephen Motors in Manchester. We offer straightforward pricing and carry a low overhead, so we can pass those savings on to you. We also take care of you after the sale and offer a state-of-the-art service department with ASE trained technicians. For a full list of our inventory, visit us on the web at bobstephenmotors.com.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. It takes the right financial partner who cares as much about your future as you do, building a financial plan to meet your life's priorities and helping you achieve the financial security you're after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact me, Mitch Payton, or Matt Schulte today. You and Northwestern Mutual, stronger together.
American Trust and Savings Bank wishes all area athletes and coaching staff continued success. American Trust and Savings Bank with locations in Dyersville, Farley, Dubuque, and Des Moines. Simply better banking. Check them out at americantrust.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Sight and good vision is very easy to take for granted until it is taken away. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is here to help you.
Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa, located at 225 West Main Street in Manchester and 1113 West 3rd Street in Vinton.
This is Phil from Gateway Appliance in Manchester. When you need service, call us. If it's time for a new appliance, we have the selection you're looking for. Gateway Appliance Sales and Service, 111 West Main Street in Manchester. Or find us online at gateway.biz. That's G, the number 8, WAY.biz, and on Facebook.
Delhi Lumber has products for every home and every budget. Delhi Lumber carries Midland doors, which are one of the best values around. You can see Midland doors today or call Delhi Lumber at 563-922-2404 for more information. Your Midland overhead door dealer, Delhi Lumber. Big town quality with small town service.
This is Dr. Tim Collier from Dental Associates of Manchester. We take pride in the environment we provide our patients with a caring attitude and unsurpassed comfort. For the kind, compassionate, and competent dental care you deserve, call us at 927-GRIN. Dental Associates of Manchester, creating healthy smiles for life.
Jay's Auto Supercenter in Manchester has quality pre-owned vehicles, great financing options, a full-service department, body shop, and detail department. See their full line of vehicles online at jsautosales.net. That's Jay's Auto. Customer satisfaction is their #1 priority.
Jay's Auto!
Back in West Delaware Silver Bowl 2018 here in Brown Field. The Hawks varsity almost getting ready to scrimmage here as the introductions. Everything is done except the varsity scrimmage now here as we still await to hear from West Delaware AD Matt Weiss. Bill Logan will join us one more time as well as he's doing a great job on the welcome committee, conversing with folks here in the membership drive. A good attendance here tonight for this West Delaware Silver Bowl. A great weather night, and we've been pretty fortunate. This is our 10th West Delaware Fall Sports preview show here at the Silver Bowl, and pretty fortunate, except maybe the first year I think we had a rain out. We had to do it on Monday night. So it's been a great, well-intended thing, and it really brings out folks to meet the coaches, meet the parents, coaches and players. It's just a wonderful event here for West Delaware community.
Well, you mentioned it earlier. There's a reason they put Jody King and Melissa Coates over there, because can you imagine walking in and being the first person you see is Bill Logan? I mean, they might turn people away, but they put two nice ladies next to him and I noticed their lines were busier most of the night. But he'll come over and you know, this is that's kind of the best part about that is this is a kickoff for the Booster Club. You know, that kind of supplies the Booster Club throughout the whole year, and it's the big fundraiser, the kickoff, as they say, and it allows these student athletes, and I know the Booster Club takes a lot of pride in being able to have great facilities and give the athletes the best opportunities that they can with help from that Booster Club, and they do a great job. And you know, Bill, I always like hearing big numbers when Bill comes over here and kind of let us know what they've gotten for memberships, because it goes a long way in what they're able to do here at all the grounds.
The extra things that the Booster Club can add, and being a part of West Delaware here for the last several years, Aaron, you know how important facilities take trips, and no matter what the sports are, but you see other football fields, and yeah, there's a lot of nice venues out there. This is one of the better ones around.
Well, we talked about it earlier tonight. Is, you know, you can go and have the net, the turf or whatever, and all that, but I don't think there's a better field in terms of atmosphere and just experience, high school football experience, than at Brown Field. And what they've done, as Jamie alluded to, with the entrance with the brick wall and the memorials and all that of the people that have been gracious in their donations and things like that. It's fantastic. And since I've been doing this, is my 11th year doing it with Jamie here, and it's just, things are getting better and better, and the improvements continue to just continue to get enhanced, and it's just a beautiful facility, and a lot of that is the Booster Club, and in general, the support of the community. This West Delaware and Manchester community has been top notch, and so it just trickles down and into the athletics, and this is why the Hawks are so successful in all their sports.
Yes, indeed, and West Delaware AD Matt Weiss is a big contributor to that, and he has brought a lot of great ideas here the last couple of years, and done a nice job of just adding a little things like we talked about. Him and Principal Tim Felderman have added some nice touches. I know the window screens at the high school, that's a nice touch. The lighted up WD on the side of the high school in the last year or so here. How the gymnasium looks with the banners and the flags and all that stuff. And it's just those little things, and how well maintained along with the maintenance staff here at West Delaware. They get the guidance from Matt Weiss of what is needed here on game night, and it's just an important factor to have here. As Matt Weiss, the West Delaware athletic director, and since the principal joins us here, as Matt's starting his second year here at the helm after several years at Central City, 12 years to be exact, 6 years as AD at Central City, and welcome in. You've been a busy man here tonight for the most part. Your work was done earlier today, and then did a little bit before things are going. When events are going on, most of the time everything's taken care of. You can relax a little bit and take it all in.
Yeah, you know, for the most part, that's usually the way it goes. Silver Bowl, obviously, a little bit different. You know, we're still trying to work out all the kinks of everything, making sure the scoreboard works, making sure play clocks work, things like that, you know. So Silver Bowl a bit different. Usually once normal Friday night starts, so it's kind of nice to get my job done early and sit back and watch the Hawks win.
And make sure the lights work.
Working great tonight. Oh, we got one out already.
Yes. And better than the whole bank. I don't remember what game that was. The playoff game, yeah.
Yeah, actually, I'll have to let them know, because that light lit up yesterday when we tried them on, so I'll have to let them know.
I have 5 home games this year with Dubuque, Waller, Cedar Rapids, Xavier, Waverly, Shell Rock, Charles City, and Waterloo East. As Matt Weiss joining us here from Brown Field as Matt, you've met a lot of people throughout this past first year, and you know how special this West Delaware community is. You heard a lot about it coming in, and now that you've been in it here for a year, talk to us about that and all the good people and all the people it takes to have a supportive athletic community.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fantastic. Obviously, it starts with West Delaware Booster Club. They are absolutely top-notch. Bill Logan working on our membership. We had Jeff Harris as our president last year. We just moved in a new president, Scott Wegman. They are just the absolute best. And West Delaware fans, the amount of money that they donate towards the Booster Club, not to mention just other projects we have going on, it's just fantastic. Kayla Rosa, my secretary, she helps things go smoothly. We've got people in all of our press boxes to help announce, run scoreboards. chain gangs on Friday nights and Thursday nights, and people just show up. You know, I make a quick phone call and they're like, well, we planned on being there already. So it's unbelievable. It's awesome.
It takes a lot of people to have a successful operation like this. People may not be aware of how many people that you pull from, but they've been here and they know and they love West Delaware athletics.
Matt, you talked a little bit about some things you're working on. What are a couple things that you've got in terms of strategically that you're looking at for enhancements with either the athletic program or with the school involving athletics?
Sure. I mean, we did a few things here just recently. We've got some new window perforations that got put up just outside the high school. They're in the kind of entryway as you walk into the comms. They look fantastic. We have a new kind of athletic mural that got put up on just above the doorways inside of Seedorf Gym. But again, that looks fantastic. Both of those were done by College Town. We got some stuff going on here at Brown Field through the Booster Club. We're going to, take the pea gravel out here in the south end zone, and that's going to get cemented here. That should actually get started after the first game, so after next week. Just wasn't quite enough time to get it done here before first game, so that'll be in here by the time we play Xavier week 4. That should be in. The Booster Club is also now at the point they're going to be working on doing some upgrades over at softball. Possibly getting us some sidewalks into the restrooms there outside of left field and moving our batting cages around, making it a little bit more, fan-friendly, I guess, probably the best way to put it. So.
And we talked about the little things like that can become big things, and it looks good for outsiders coming in because a lot of people come in throughout the athletic school year, either at the outdoor facilities or inside the gym, and you want it to look the best it can.
Yeah, absolutely. I had a conversation with our grounds guys, and I just said, hey, I want the field, I want to look in top notch here before we get to Silver Bowl, and they have just done a fantastic job. Troy Tutton was out here today. One more once over, and I mean, it looks fantastic. Gotten multiple compliments on it tonight from our fans, and grounds people have just done a top-notch job of getting things ready to go for the season.
Well, we were joking when you rolled up here earlier about the funds and some of the things we can do with the shirts getting tucked up under the things. But you said that was a thing when you were in school.
Yeah, that's been 20 plus years ago. But I think you go to late 90s there, and that was the thing.
I knew that question was coming.
Yeah, of course it was. I'm not going to let him off that easy.
Matt Weiss joining us here, and Matt, football coach at Central City. A few years back, a lot of experience coaching. Your other aspect of the job is guidance of the coaches. They'll come to you for things, not always X's and O's, but I'm sure they'll come to you and talk to you about the things throughout the year. That's another aspect of your job, and I know you enjoy that of the conversations you get to have with your coaches that are battling season in and season out and working with our athletes.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it speaks a ton to our coaches that, they open the dialogue. They're not afraid to come in and just chat about whatever. And, most of our coaches are veteran coaches, and they're fantastic. It doesn't take a whole lot of X and O guidance. I'm not a guy to give that out anyway, but, it's just, hey, we need help with this. What can you do for this? What do you think about this? And, it starts with Coach Wink. He's top notch. Coach Utoff, I had the pleasure of working with youths back at Central City. He was a basketball coach there, and actually was one of my assistant football coaches down there as well. So, fantastic on that side. Rod Conrad, he probably makes in about 5 stops a week every afternoon before practice. He's top notch about communication as well. And we have a really great group of coaches here from cross country, volleyball, football here in the fall to all of our winter and spring and summer sports. So I can't say enough about our coaching staff here. They're absolutely top notch.
It's what it takes from your position of building those relationships with the athletes and the coaches on a working level. And we talk about all the support people and all the workers that you get as well. And those relationships are so vital to be. Communication is one of the biggest parts of your job.
Yeah, it is. And it's crazy. One of our teachers stopped in to just chat really about the upcoming school year yesterday. And they had mentioned they had 5 emails that they had gotten since this morning, and I looked and I had like 95 since noon, and it was it was a little bit heavy of a day, but I mean just things like emails, phone calls, and you just got to do it. It's part of the job, and it's probably one of my favorite parts of the job because when as soon as the things are quiet, they're probably not going good. So we have good rhetoric with all of our coaches, all of our players, and again, starting my second year here at West Delaware, and that's probably been the best move I could have made. Absolutely.
Fantastic. I know the community is thankful that you did, and glad to have you here, Matt Weiss, Gary, for the second year, the West Delaware AD and assistant principal at the high school. Another one is the working relationship that you have to do, your other part of the job, assistant principal, with your boss, your principal, Mr. Felderman, and then your overall boss, of course, Mrs. Ricky, superintendent here at West Delaware Schools, and it takes a lot of people to make the school and not just the athletics part of it to go successfully.
Yeah, no doubt. And we have two of the best in the state here, especially, and, it starts with Superintendent Ricky. She is, the different superintendents I've worked for, she is, right amongst the top of them. She is on top of, everything when it comes to finances, when it comes to fine arts, when it comes to sports. She has a nose in a little bit of everything, and she lets us do our jobs. And, if we need help, we go to her, and she's right there to help us out. And I can't say enough about Tim Felderman, the main principal here at West Delaware. Again, worked for a couple different principals and had different principals as bosses when I was a teacher as well. And they've got somebody special with Mr. Felderman.
Yes, indeed. Great leadership here with Dr. Ricky, Tim Felderman, and Matt Weiss at the high school there. As well, we enjoyed working with you in the first year, and we continue to enjoy working with you. Always great whenever we need anything on our behalf, and it's been great getting to know you within this first year, and it'll only get better, I'm sure.
Yeah, I hope so.
Maybe. Maybe, Jamie. So that's encouraging, isn't it? All right, Matt, thanks for your time as always, and we'll see you down the road.
All right, thanks, Paul.
Matt Weiss, the AD here at West Delaware. We'll take another time out here, come back, start to wind down the West Delaware Fall Sports Preview Show here at the Silver Bowls. The varsity team continues to scrimmage right here from JMCH Sports.
Hi, this is Jamie Vasky at Don & Walt LLC, your independent Lennox dealer in Manchester, encouraging you to plan ahead. Have us check your heating or air conditioning unit before you need it. For residential or commercial plumbing and heating needs and top quality Lennox furnaces and heating units, see Don & Walt LLC on East Main Street in Manchester, or give us a call at 927-2232.
Family fun and great food await you at Lightning Lanes Family Center and Captain and Tennille's Sports Bar. Come out for a fun night of bowling or watch the big game on their 10-foot HD big screen. And of course, great food and your favorite beverages. Lightning Lanes Family Center and Captain and Tennille's Sports Bar on East Main in Manchester.
Farmers Savings Bank proudly supports all area athletes and their coaching staff. For all your banking needs, visit them in Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, and Aurora, or online at farmersavingsbank.com. Member FDIC.
Viafield is your headquarters for all your seed, chemical, and fertilizer needs. They have professional service and quality products needed to bring the best crop to market. Viafield, providing growth opportunity for 18 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota.
The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and the Dyersville Commercial recognize the hard work and dedication of all area athletes. Check out the weekly sports section in the commercial for scores and information. The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and Dyersville Commercial, supporting your communities.
For fan food, not fast food, visit your after-the-game headquarters, Manchester Dairy Queen. It's quick, it's easy, your family will love it. Manchester Dairy Queen.
Your family. It's no secret that people come to Fairway in Manchester for their famous meats, but as you dash back to the counter to pick up your USDA choice ribeyes, don't be surprised if you find yourself lingering among the delicious fruits and vegetables in the produce department. Shop Fairway in Manchester for low prices and all your grocery needs.
Head to Fireside Pub and Steakhouse before or after the game or anytime, featuring steaks, seafood, pasta, sandwiches, and even fresh-made pizza. They say it's the best around. Visit them on the web at firesidemanchester.com for a full menu and special offers.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents like me, Julie Smith, can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business insurance, I can dig into the playbook and help you find the affordable coverage you need. For all your insurance needs, call on a winning team. The Julie Smith State Farm Agency in Manchester.
Stop by Dyersville Comics and Games, your local comic book and gaming store today. Gaming events go on daily, and there is a great selection of comics and games to choose from. It's definitely worth a stop. Dyersville Comic and Games, located on 2nd Avenue Southeast in Dyersville. Best of luck to all area athletes and coaches on a successful season.
Hey, this is James Halverson, Service Manager at Victory Ford in Dyersville. Our service and parts team at Victory Ford is dedicated to keeping your car in tip-top shape. And our sales department makes buying a car easy and hassle-free. Stop out to Victory Ford in Dyersville or online at victoryfordonline.com.
At Three Rivers, our customers come first. Your business is very important to us. Our goal is to provide you with the best products and service that you have come to expect from Three Rivers. Visit our website at threeriversfs.com or the location nearest you. Three Rivers, your partner in growth solutions.
You expect big hits on the field, not on the roads. So when the unexpected happens, call Krager Body Shop in Dyersville. They specialize in major and minor collision repair and frame straightening. For all your auto body work, see Krager Body Shop.
Welcome back in to Brown Field here at the Silver Bowl 2018. John, Jamie, and Aaron back with you. You okay? No? Okay, good.
Aaron just reminded me of a sports booster we're not going to be hearing anymore this year.
That is a shame, as one of our long-time sports boosters, of course, Beavers closed, and we talked about it earlier, 6 weeks from tomorrow. Jim Toll was here tonight, participating, helping out, and the membership, I'm sure, and he was taking in the action here tonight. And he had a nice conversation with Bill Logan earlier. He got a new hat, yes, a West Delaware football hat. He also had a great shirt on. He had his Cubs Northsiders shirt on. Great to see Jim Toll, Jim and Linda, as Linda's doing well after her knee surgery over about a week ago now, as great people and longtime business owners in the town, longtime sports boosters, as we say goodbye to Beavers Lounge downtown Manchester. As we almost time to say goodbye here to you folks tonight. Bill Logan, we're trying to track him down. Boy, he's a busy working man. He forgot.
He's not that busy. Get over it yet.
Well, he is really busy tonight.
Sharp knife.
Be careful. Don't hurt each other.
You can't get a finger in that knife anyway.
Here we go, Bill. There's your mic. As here, I knew that was coming. Bill Logan joining us.
Here we go.
Here as, hello, Bill. Well, you're in Friday night form already, aren't you?
Hey, this is Friday night, man. This is ready to go.
It's
Watch
not
out next Friday.
It's not regular season yet.
No,
He's into it a little bit.
Yeah, wait till that 2 bottles of water.
Well, Bill, tremendous support here tonight. Great membership. A lot of people coming out on this gorgeous night and talk about your end of it. Oh, here is that ball that Nick Casey was going to throw to you. That was close, wasn't it?
Yeah, if I would have had my back the other way, I might have went out there, but
you'd have got run over by the little guy.
Hurt, yeah.
Mango might have taken you out. As Bill, talk about the support in the West Delaware Boosters, what you guys do, your role as membership coordinator, and what the Boosters do. You provide great support here for these athletes, and we talked about it with Matt Weiss, the extra things, the little things that really add up and bring good facilities here and other stuff for these athletes.
Well, first of all, I'm a little biased, but I think we've got the best booster club in the state of Iowa, bar none. Back in the 90s when they gave awards out, we won 4 of those in the 90s. So we do have a good booster club, but that's only because of the community that we live in, because everybody gets behind the athletics so well. And it's just continuous. People come, we do the membership drive every year, and we got perks for them so that they can get some admissions to all their children's activities and whatnot. And so many of them just come and their checks are already made out because they know what they're going to do. But we also had an awful lot of new ones tonight that were first-time members, and that's always interesting to be able to have those newbies come out there and join what we're doing here. And without their support, we can't keep doing the things that we keep doing. I don't know if Matt talked about it, but we talked about getting rid of this P-Rock.
Mm-hmm.
We got some other things. We're going to hopefully get some bids and work on a softball field, work on some press boxes so you guys can be a little more comfortable.
Don't start with that.
We're going to work on that.
It's all about Jamie being comfortable, isn't it?
We're going to work on it. So there's just some things we're doing because of the amount of money that we can generate with all the things that we do throughout the whole school year. But the Booster Club was the biggest part of that.
The thing that I love about this community is the people that don't have kids involved anymore, the people that we still see come out that just love being involved in West Delaware athletics, and the super fans that we see. John Turns is the biggest one that comes to mind. Les Carlson, I see him on the sideline tonight. But there's a lot of those, and it's the people like those that really help out, and even when the kids aren't involved directly, and then some of those people have grandkids that come back around, so they are back directly involved again. But it's great to see people like that stay involved when they may not have athletes involved at the present time.
Well, so many of them just keep doing when their kids leave.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been doing this since 1990, and there's people that are still doing it that were doing it before I started with the Booster Club in 1990.
Yeah.
And it's just, such a good thing. And there's so many people understand that all these things that we have and all these things that we can provide their kids are because of what they do to help support the Booster Club. So, and I mean, it's not just football. I mean, they just did all the fall sports, but then basketball and wrestling and baseball, softball, track, golf, all those other sports, bring so much into the equation as well. So we're out there raising money to help every one of the programs.
And then next week you turn around to your other job on Friday nights, your 110th season of doing stats for West Delaware football on the sidelines.
And in all honesty, this was the first time they really dug on you a little bit. They really waited.
He's a liar.
He's lying.
Well, I was just, there's a lot of preparation that comes in with that, as well as being able to add up stats. I know I've been I usually joke about working with Bill in the off season for making sure he can add up, but when we golf on Tuesday nights, I hand him the scorecard so he can add up the scores real quick just to get those practices up. That's one thing I've been doing, but I just want to make sure you're ready and you've got plenty of lead in your pencil.
I do, and I have multiple pencils in case there's not.
And batteries. You got a job to do for me, too.
I have batteries, so
good radio, the headset.
Bionic band. Yeah, you got to bring that radio next week.
Yep,
so
we'll do.
Get that figured out. But, it's just so much fun being down there, being a part of the guys on the sideline, and being with the coaches, and kind of interacting with them. And I wouldn't trade into that position for the world. I love having you guys up in the press box, but my place is on the sideline.
And speaking of fun, it should be fun sidelines this year with a talented group returning, and Coach Wink and company hope that fun things are ahead this season.
Well, barring injuries, they should have just an outstanding year this year. And they're going to figure out real quick in the first 4 games of non-district just maybe how good this team can be, because they got a really, really tough non-district game. They got Waller coming up, and that's not going to be easy. And then you got Marion, Mount Vernon, and Xavier coming up. I can't believe that Marion wasn't at least ranked in the class of top 10, but they weren't. And I think that they will be before the end of the year, because that's a good team. They had a good young freshman sophomore team last year as well. Mount Vernon's ranked, and Xavier's ranked, Waverly's ranked. So the Hawks are going to have to play some good football, but they've got a really good nucleus of young guys coming back last year and good freshman and sophomore group. So it's going to be an exciting year.
Should be a fun season indeed. Final thoughts here, Bill, how people can get a hold of you, any people that couldn't make it here tonight, membership-wise for the West Delaware Booster Club.
Memberships, if they want to, they can come get me out at Corcoran Furniture where I work. I'll have the stuff out there. They can stop in out there. If you can't make it there, you can mail it in, Post Office Box 251, Manchester, the West Delaware Athletic Booster Club. Multiple levels. If you need to know the different levels and what perks you get, you can just get a hold of me, and we'll get you set up. We had a lot of first-timers tonight that I spent a lot of time with, kind of explaining the different membership levels. And it's another great night tonight. Typically, we'll take about half of our membership money in tonight, and then we've had some in previous, and then we'll get some more in the next couple of weeks. But last year was our biggest year ever as far as membership, a little over $53,000. That gets a lot of stuff done around the community with $53,000. Just a membership.
So then people can stop out anytime, or just during your breaks at 9, 10, 11, noon?
And then 9:30, 10:30, 11:30. Yeah, all of those.
He's not out anytime.
The table will be set up, though, for next week for the game,
next Friday, if you're here next Friday. Melissa Coates is going to sit there at the game. She'll be there for the first game, which will be a sophomore game,
Yep.
The sophomore game next Friday night. That game will start at 5. She'll probably be here about 4:45 set up. So if you don't get it before then, you can come next Friday and buy it here at the gate next Friday night.
All right, good stuff. Thank you, Bill. As
Thanks, Bill.
we wind down here the West Delaware Fall Sports Preview Show on Brown Field, fellas, Jamie and Aaron, final thoughts here.
Well, I'm just excited to get this thing rolling here. Is seeing the varsity kids out there and seeing all of them on the field is really kind of the fact that it's actually here, and those white helmets that they've got this year are very, very sharp. We haven't talked about that. It's the white helmets with the WD on the left side of the helmets, their numbers on the right side of the helmets, and they just look sharp. And I think there's new jerseys as well. So it's going to be. And I think I've put enough of a bug in Coach Wink's ear the last 10 years that get those jerseys where I can read the numbers. And so I can't wait to see him next Friday night right here on Brown Field against Dubuque Waller.
Every broadcaster will thank him for that. I know those gray ones, they look nice, but they have been pretty hard to read the last couple of years. Aaron, I think you've been ready for this season to start here for the last few weeks, as you're always amped up for football, and it's only a week away now.
Absolutely, and I'm, and talking about schedule and the team coming back, and it's just, there's a lot of hype, a lot of momentum right now, and boy, if you're looking for some really good quality high school football, Brown Field and following these West Delaware Hawks is where it's going to be at this year. And hopefully good things are going to happen, and we're going to be playing deep into October and early into November.
Yes, indeed. A full schedule of West Delaware sports on the horizon here from KMCH Sports this fall. West Delaware football begins next Friday night. Our area online game next week. Ryan Hauser will join me in Delhi for Maquoketa Valley hosting the Buccaneers of East Buchanan, as we'll have that for you next week. Our first area game of the new season. As our first volleyball broadcast, Joan Salo back for another year. She'll join me on August 30th inside Cedar Gymnasium for the Hawks taking on the Mount Vernon Mustangs in a new look WAMAC East Division, as Marion is in, Anamosa and Western Dubuque out of the East Division of the WAMAC Conference. That is going to do it here tonight. Thanks to all that made the West Delaware Fall Sports preview show possible. Thanks to Jamie Vasky, Aaron Blaine, Bill Logan. Thanks to Matt Weiss for helping us out here with the table and the setup here. Thanks to Janelle Tucker back inside the studio of KMCH Radio. Have yourselves a good Friday night, a great and safe weekend, everybody. So long from Manchester, Iowa.
Citizen State Bank, your locally owned, community-minded, and customer-oriented bank, is here to serve you. Choose one of their 7 convenient locations in Winthrop, Monticello, Manchester, Ryan, Strawberry Point, Hopkinton, and New Vienna. Citizen State Bank, community banking with people you know, member FDIC.
This is Jamie Vasky, the voice of the West Delaware Hawks, and I've had the chance to review the Good Neighbor